Evening, everybody. Icy here. Sorry, I'm still fighting pneumonia. Bear with me. We're having a major problem in this country, and no one wants to address it on the Democratic side, and it could be because they are making money off of the deals. We have close to 9 million people that have come into this country since Biden took office. 9 million, which is more than some countries' populations. Why? It makes no sense. These people should, come here legally. We don't know if they're pedophiles, drug dealers, criminals, murderers, rapists. We don't know who's coming into this country. And because the policies that President Trump had in place were rescinded, we have an influx of unknown elements in our country. Now think about this. If 10,000 people go into a country and they're armed, they're called an invasion. We got 9 million coming into this country, and nobody calls it an invasion, which is foolish. It is an invasion of our sovereign territory. And these people, as you can see with the crap going on in New York City and other cities that are having these illegals now, it has become a problem. Well, the only reason to have the problem is because of who's in office at the present time, Joe Biden. Now, what can be done? It's simple. It's hard, but it's still a simple solution. You drive every single illegal out of this country. You get cargo ships, you get old cruise ships, you get military troop transports. I don't care what you get. And you gather all the illegals up, you stick them on the damn ships, and you send them back to the southern tip of South America. Let them fight their way through the whole continent of South America, in order to try to come back to the States again. It's getting ridiculous. The only way we're going to fix this country is to remove the massive tax burden that the Democrats placed upon us, which is the illegals. Why won't the Democrats remove them? Simple. Their votes. I know for a fact they vote here in New York State, and they're told that as long as they vote Democrat, they'll continue to receive benefits. Kathy Hochul, she's sitting here, complaining about the illegals now, but it's her fault. She supports the illegals. It's against federal law to provide sustenance and comfort to illegals. That's federal law. State law does not have to follow federal law when it comes to support of personnel, which is why these states have such, rules for the illegals or whatever, but that's what's happening. States don't have to follow federal law when it comes to illegal aliens. Now the federal government isn't even following its own law. Illegals, and I said it once before, but I'll repeat it. The law is 8 U.S.C. 1325, 8 U.S.C. 1326, which are the two main laws dealing with illegals coming into this country. And guess what? They're not supposed to be here. Guess what? Border Patrol is not supposed to render assistance to the illegals. Border Patrol is to secure the border. That is their job. And if the people cross illegally, they're supposed to apprehend them and ship them back, not process them and let them stay in the country. The reason why they're processing and keeping them in the country is because of Biden and his personnel that he appointed to be in charge of the border. That's Kamala Harris and Alejandro Mayorkas. How much money are these people getting in kickbacks for allowing the country to become a colander where it's not, anything can come running in? You can't stop it. It's an open floodgate. You want to stop illegals from coming into this country, you're going to have to get brutal on the border. I'm sorry to say, but you are. I've heard people say, and I've even said it, start throwing alligators in the river down there. They're going to survive fine. And you're going to be a deterrent. Now, if the people want to cross and there's an alligator there, that's on them. You're not being forced to cross. You know it's illegal to come to the country, so if there's an alligator in your way, that's between you and him. So, that's one way. My wife, who is an immigrant, and she has pointed out that the Republicans in this country are weak-minded and they're egotist, and that's why the Democrats are always winning all the time, because the Democrats will stand together. The Republicans fight among themselves, and that's the problem. There is no unity within the Republican Party. There hasn't been for decades. I don't think there ever will be. And the reason for that is Republicans are individuals. They don't sit there and cater to the party whim. They cater to the voters. Democrats are in it for the power and the money, and what they can make off of the taxpayers. Why else are they multimillionaires? All of them. I mean, there's some Republicans that are too. So these people, they're playing the game. You can become a multimillionaire within 5-6 years on a salary of $174,000. Tell me you're not, underhanded crap going on. So, well, needless to say, getting back to this border crap, my wife pointed out that landmines would work. You put a bunch of landmines, claymores, whatever, and you mark them saying this is a minefield. Do not cross. You will die if you try to cross this patch of land. Now, you're not forcing people to cross. You're telling them, if you cross, you will die. Why can't we do that? We are not aiding the crossing. We are not encouraging them to cross. We are trying to deter them from crossing. Oh yeah, you're going to have some animals hit the minefield. You're going to blow it up. That's understandable. But you know something? If you can't read a sign and you could blow yourself up, that's on you. They ain't on the American people. We're trying to protect our country. And right now, we need to protect our country. And we have to get brutal about it. Personally, I think they should finish building a wall, put in a second wall about 400 or 500 yards back. Spaced every 300 yards, you got motion sensor machine guns. And you put signs all along the wall. You come in, this is a kill zone. You cross into here, you're going to die. If people want to cross, that's their problem. I mean, it's time to start being brutal on securing our border, because the federal government, the Democrats, do not want it secure. Arizona took cargo containers and stacked them up. Federal government sued them and make them remove it. They wanted that border open. Texas put all that razor wire on there, and what happens? Federal Border Patrol agents took wire cutters and cut the razor wire so that the illegals could cross into Texas. Well, number one, Texas is a sovereign state. They have control of their own border. And what the border agents did was illegal. So why aren't these border agents that cut the razor wire, why aren't they being arrested? Better still, they're acting no different than the coyotes that they're chasing all the time, transporting illegals in. A coyote's got, 8 or 10 people sitting in his truck trying to make some money? Border agents are letting in a couple thousand. Tell me there is no difference? I don't see a difference. You're letting people in. How you did it? Doesn't matter. They're here illegally. They're not supposed to be here. Personally, I say put the machine guns up. Put the landmines up. Put the alligators in the river. Make it impossible to come into this country illegally. I'll support you 1,000,000% legally. Come here illegally? No. I don't care what happens to you. You can be floating in the river. I don't care. That's on you. Icy out.